Okay, quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. So, as you can see, I'm back in the Batcave, and I'm also on shaky cam, no gimbal today, because the batteries run out. So, it'll be a quick video. I've literally got two things to say. Thing number one. So, thing number one actually started with a thought, which is always a dangerous thing with me. But it started with a thought, and then it led to a kind of ADHD fueled rabbit hole with a lot of coffee and a lot of Googling. So my thought was, wouldn't it be a money saver and free up income for investment if I were to rent my current home, this home, to my daughter, my son and my daughter's boyfriend, let them live in it. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, garage, front garden, back garden, semi-detached property, so perfectly big enough. Let them rent it from me and just pay the mortgage. I don't want to make anything on it. I'm not interested in being their landlord. And I thought they can pay the mortgage on their eventual inheritance, and that would perhaps give me the ability to then downsize my life and to move into a smaller place with my partner. So that was my thought. And I think that was quite a good thought, quite a sensible one. And then I went on to Rightmove. I went on to Rightmove and I looked at my local area. I put in my town, which has about 60-ish, maybe 65,000 people in it. It's quite a big Devon town. And I put in my town, put a 3-mile radius, and yeah, lo and behold. So the results were mental. It has to be said, I was shocked. There were basically 46 properties to rent, and this is everything from 1-bed house shares right up to palatial mansions and everything in between. 46. And the cheapest one was about $695, and that was for the room in a house share, no bills, which is mental. And the most expensive was about $2,500 a week, which is just mental. So that was the first shock. The second shock was that that's the rental market. So I thought, well, I wonder what the for sale market is like. So I looked at the same sort of radius, the same postcode, same spec, and looked at it for sale, and there were 800 for sale, or just over 800. And that again is everything from holiday homes, those kind of long chalets that you get on holiday parks, right up to cliffside mansions. And that's mental. It made me wonder, why are there no rental properties? Why are there no rental properties? I know that the new government, bless their, Argyle socks, they've brought in, or they're bringing in changes that are going to make it harder for landlords to maintain the same level of profit that they do at the moment. So maybe that's part of it, but I can't see that would cause such an exodus from the property market for all these houses. And the bigger shock is that some of these houses, they have been on the market a long time. They've been on the market longer than the current government has been in government, if that makes sense. Some of these have been on the market for over 12 months, which makes me wonder, what do these people know that I don't? What's happening or what's about to happen in the property market that I'm not aware of? Really, I guess it's the single biggest investment that anybody's ever going to make, is buying a house. It's the one that puts you in the most debt. It's the one thing that we all spend literally 2/3 of our lives trying to pay off. And the interest on it is more interest than you'll ever pay on any loan ever. It's awful. But as I said, it was a bit of a shock to my system to see that level of disparity between rental and sale. And then I had a drive through my local town, and I did notice that there were loads of for sale signs, and I'd never really noticed them before because obviously I'd never been looking. I was just happy in my house on the hill, and kind of never gave it any thought. But then after doing the research on it and thinking, Jesus, there are loads for sale, I started actually noticing them as I was driving around, like 1, 2, 2 there, 3 there, 1 down the road. And it is, there seems to be a mass exodus from properties. And I don't know if it's people that own multiple properties that are selling them on and they're kicking their tenants out, in which case that's really bad, because with the rental market the way it is, there are loads of families that are going to be absolutely buggered trying to get rentals. Or if it's just people that have only got the one property and just want to sell it and move on. Move to maybe a cheaper part of the country, or just indeed exit the UK altogether. I don't know, really don't know. But it was a shock to my system anyway. So that's my first bit of news, that the UK property market, or certainly where I live, just seems to be all over the place. And there's a lot of disparity between the rental market and the sale market. Huge, probably the biggest I've ever seen. And the second bit of news is that I was actually contacted today by a gentleman in my local town who's homeless. He's actually requested that I go and get his side. I did speak about it. I said it might be something that I consider doing, was going out and getting kind of public opinion. The gentleman's homeless. Homeless people are people too. They've obviously got opinion, and they probably have the sharper end of the stick than any of us, whether they're homeless through their own fault or not their own fault. They're still in a situation that no human being should be in. I was apprehensive about doing the interview. I first of all was worried that I wouldn't be able to do it justice. I'm not an interviewer. I've got no formal training there. And I wouldn't want to do it and not represent the guy correctly, or do it in such a way that it comes off kind of half-assed. But I have agreed to do it, and we've arranged to do it next week. So there will be that video that will go up. I don't know if the video is going to have edits or cuts. It might need it, just because of the location that we're in, or maybe because of the language that's going to be used. I don't know. I don't want to put out a load of F's and stuff in a video. So we'll see. But there is going to be that video coming out. I've agreed to do it. I don't know if it's going to be a new thing. What I figure is I don't just want to do it as one hit wonder, do an interview with the guy and then bugger off and just leave it. If I'm going to do it, it's with the agreement that I do it, and then maybe just check in on him perhaps once a month and just see how his situation's changed, and see if I can help him level up and level out whatever help he needs. So it's food for thought. As I said, I don't know if it's a new direction that I'd want to take the channel in. I don't know if it's something that I'm necessarily comfortable doing, having never been in that position or done it before. So we'll see. He seems perfectly comfortable with me doing it, and I guess the discomfort is probably on my part. So that's my own little demon to get over, and I'll work on that before next week. But yeah, so those are my two bits of news. But let me know in the comments, what are your experiences of the UK property market? How have you found it? Are you looking to rent? Are you looking to buy? Are you trying to sell? If you're trying to sell, why are you trying to sell? Do you know something that I don't? Is the market about to be rug pulled? Am I about to lose hundreds of thousands off my house? Are you selling because you want to move abroad? Are you downsizing? Are you moving to a different area of the UK where everything is more affordable? Let me know. Let's fire it up. YouTube is going to put a video up here somewhere. It thinks you'll like it, so it probably knows best. Like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will put an alert out, probably on like a group commons post thing, to say when the video with this gentleman's going live. I might even do it as a live. I don't know. I've not thought that much about it, but I do need to. So I'll give it all my consideration, pop a post out, and we'll go from there. Goldman, peace out.